For those of you who feel tethered to your smartphone these days, you're not alone. Sometimes it feels like it'd be a whole lot easier if we could just wear the darn things, and increasingly now we can. So joining us with the latest wearable technology is World News Now tech contributor Tina Trin. Hey Tina, good morning to you.
Hey Rena, how are you?
I know this is like the hottest thing, but do we really need this?
So I've been wearing a smartwatch for the last few months, and I have to say it's made my life so much easier. I used to miss these text messages, phone calls, whether because I was away from my phone or it was just buried in my purse and I didn't hear it even ringing. Now I get these notifications on my wrist that say, oh, so-and-so is texting you, or your mom is calling you. And you wouldn't think that it's a big deal to do it on your wrist, but it ends up being so convenient to just do this versus, you know, fumbling for your phone.
Probably
or
less
like
rude as well, right?
Yeah, and they're discreet because they look like actual watches. I mean, maybe a little bit bulkier than your typical watch, but still.
So show us what we got.
Yeah, so the first one here is Qualcomm. And it's a super big screen. They've really invested a lot in the display technology here so that you can see these screens in direct sunlight.
So even grandma can wear this one and like it.
Yeah, and I really like the charging base too because it's a wireless charger. You just drop it and it charges.
That's it? No wires at all?
You plug the base into an outlet, but otherwise you just drop your phone at the end of the your watch, that is, at the end of the day, and it starts charging.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's right by your bedside.
Yep.
Perfect.
Next up are the LG G watches. These are great because Google is behind the OS here. And so you can basically say anything, like starting with OK Google, like, OK Google, how do I get to Central Park?
Wow.
OK Google, what time does the coffee shop close?
Watch out, Siri, you've got competition.
Yeah, and you can do it from your wrist, which is really super cool, right?
That's pretty cool.
So I really like these as well, too. Next is Martian Notifier. These are great watches because they don't look like a techie gadget slapped on your wrist.
Yeah.
They look like actual watches, which is great, except that they have this little OLED screen at the very bottom. It's very discreet. It's almost like a ticker tape with information about incoming calls, weather alerts, traffic alerts.
Everything.
Anything that you want to program to your watch, you can get an alert for it.
I do like that it's very discreet because I find it very rude when people are checking their iPhones in the middle of dinner.
And say you're at work in the middle of a meeting, but you're expecting an important call. Now instead of just like covertly trying to look at your phone under the table, you can just
do it.
Do
I
this.
love it.
Yeah.
Now this one is I just love it the way it looks.
Yeah, this is Ringly. They're a startup that created these rings. They're definitely rings first, which I love because they're so stylish.
Mine's vibrating right now.
Fashion forward. You're wearing one and it's vibrating to let you know that, you know, maybe your husband is texting you right now or your mom is calling you.
So you can program it for specific numbers, like the kids your way and...
Yep. You have up to 5 different lights that you can program for different people or apps that are important to you. There's a teeny tiny light on the side of it that'll alert you to an incoming call, text message, and it vibrates. You can assign different vibrations too, like two shakes for your husband.
That's great. I feel it vibrating right now.
Yeah.
So when you're out and you want to make sure you get the call from the kids, this is the one.
Exactly.
And then what do we have next?
And speaking of kids, the kids don't want to be left out. Of course, if they see mom and dad with an awesome smartwatch, they have to have a smartwatch of their own. And this is from VTech. It's called the Kitty Zoom smartwatch.
Okay.
Kids are going to love this one because you can record video, take pictures with it. It has a built-in camera so they can just aim their watch and record video.
And so then I would buy this for the plane. I mean, how many hours of fun can I get the kids on the plane? Sounds terrific. Well, tech contributor Tina Trin, what a great offering you had for us today.
Thanks for having me.
And we will be right back. Thanks so much. You're watching World News Now.